Carmel 51 here. Yeah, we're at Denton again. Why? I have no idea. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna take you around a couple different places, see some things out here, what's different. Take you around and enjoy the show.
Hydrostatic ground. Pretty neat to have one of these. There's a lot of hay work. I think that's what they used to do, hay work. Not ground, but breaking hay and stuff like that. $782. 700. Cool, good one. It's a 45 each. My mom's got a 41 from her great grandmother's. Well, not H, but 41M. That was her great grandmother's. Super A. 51 Super A. 74. 47H. Here's this. 52. 48. Chapter 42 stuff. Good. Interesting planner. Never seen one like that before.
Just hangs there under that frame.
Another H. 51H this time. 54 Super HTA torque amplifier. Tell my dad never seen that. I've seen an MRTA. Yeah, that's right here. But I've never seen a Super HTA before. I don't think I ever have. Not sure though. I have to ask Father about that one. Super AV, quick division. Elevators. I don't have any shanks on it, that's the elevator center. Here's 140. 79 140. Last 140. Ford, good boy. 57 for good boy. 75. 75 for those on it. I don't know why they went from blue to white. And we got the pulling tractor. Turbo 1466. See the path he's made in
display.
Interesting. Good angle. Oh, they got horses over there.
Yeah.
For bell clumping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a new idea or something. I don't know.
no ideas. They did a lot of stuff. That was a new idea. What is that thing? I have no clue what that thing is. Oh, it's something in the corner. Wow.
Plenty of liquids. Yes, we do have former fire department on standby here. We hope that we don't need them. We've had one or two already that have needed them throughout the week, so we don't want you to be the next one. So please, please, please hydrate a lot. Let me remind you about something. If you're drinking caffeinated drinks, they don't hydrate you. They dehydrate you.
W6. This is like the see the hand crank? Yeah. Super 8. David Brown. Keith's got murdered everybody. Look at that. It's a 49 M. Yeah. What do you think about Denton, Rhett?
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of hot though.
Yeah.
Real hot.
It always is. Snap. Look at this M. So super M. No, you can tell by the oil filter it's a later one.
53.
53 super M. Little H. It's a 884. Got a picture, a brochure of that. I4. Yeah, it's a H. Well, pretty much a H, standard H. 45. Spotted IP Farms down there. I'll see if I can find him. Maybe we'll catch up with him here. You can see him way down yonder. Saw him with them blue tractors. 1550. If I had a 1650.
So we got. And there's a ripe tomato. A little orange still, he's still turning red. He's rotten.
Just got back from Denton, and a little segment I'm gonna probably add to some of my videos if I can remember to do them. But add a closing thoughts or a my opinion on each show. And I don't know, how'd you like the show?
It was good, but it was hot though.
It was hot, but I have to say this is one of the coolest shows that I've been to in quite some time. It was in the upper 80s, I think, and it was still warm, and nearly soaked my shirt through. But Denton is Denton, and I'm not going to say anything because it might offend some people, but I'd say the show didn't have as much to it as it did the last 2 or 3 years, maybe. I don't know. Didn't seem as much. Maybe some had left. I know today was the last day, but I think they could, that $20 entry fee, I know that's a hot topic, but I think that $20 entry fee is hurt them some, and I can count on my 2 hands amount of people that told me they would not be going because it was up to that point. And I brought a piece of equipment up there just to mainly well, have something to ride in, but also when you bring something, you're allowed 2 people per piece of equipment, I believe it is. They cut out a lot of the golf carts, and that hurt the elderly, the handicapped that can't get around, that normally would ride a golf cart. Now, I see their point of people abuse the golf cart privilege. They use those to ride around, and you've got pedestrians walking through the tractors and through the street or roads around the complex there, and I see the danger in that, but I would make it a mandatory. If you're handicapped or disabled, you're allowed to. I know they cut out a lot of the driving equipment around the farm park, I guess, and that, I don't think that hurt them as much on that end. But I noticed some things throughout the day, especially at the Parade of Power, where we were sitting. There was a lot of children sitting on fenders, and I know we've all done it, and that's the thing. As a farm kid growing up, you ride all over the tractor or the piece of equipment home. We do it all at home, but to me, when you're in that setting, that's there's members of our church that had a young girl that the grandfather was carrying her on a tractor, and she fell off and he ran over. And that's something I hope nobody ever has to witness. But I noticed a lot of people carrying babies. I mean, babies that were really young, and small children that were riding, just hanging all over the tractors and things like that. That really kind of bothered me.
Or driving them. I saw some kids.
There was some driving them, and I know, like, Rhett here, he can drive a piece of equipment just as good as anybody, but when you get in that setting there, when you've got so many people that are walking in and out of stuff, that's just a combination, that a recipe for disaster, I guess you could say. So I see some dangers, and at Carthage too. It's a free-for-all at Carthage, and I don't care if they see it. This people at Denton or people at Carthage, it doesn't bother me one bit. Carthage to me is a free-for-all, but that's for another day. But yeah, other than that, everything's pretty clean. Pretty good show. Just hot, just in a way a bad time of year, and I think the terrain has a lot to do with the elevation, and all has a lot to do with just the humidity, but didn't rain on us there, so that's a good thing. But other than that, I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch up with you later. All right, thanks for watching.